Good afternoon, makers. Hope everyone's having an excellent Wednesday out there, and I hope that you all got to enjoy this lovely December snow we got right off the bat this year. How about that? I feel like it's not often when it actually snows when it's supposed to, so guess we can all enjoy it while it's here. In the spirit of that, now that we've entered into December, it is now time for homemade holiday crafts. And yeah, so, like years past, just some fun stuff you can do, get in the holiday spirit. Some things we'll be creating gifts that you can give people. Some things we'll be creating things that you can create for yourself to remember something from this time of year, that you are partial to. So today we are going to be starting off with a very fun cardboard Christmas tree type ornament. Pretty fun, right? So this is a pretty simple one. And it mimics creating a loom, which is something we've done before. This isn't technically weaving, considering we're only going like horizontally, but it is still a fun way to practice some of those similar techniques, and also just an all-around fun project. Pretty cute, pretty easy, pretty fun. So for this one, all we're really gonna need some yarn, of course, some beads that will turn into ornaments, trusty scissors, and cardboard to create the base of our tree. So to start off with this, I'll leave this in the background of the video so we can kind of, there we go, keep an eye on it, remember what we're making. We're going to start off by cutting out a Christmas tree and then going through essentially the same process to turn it into a loom. Like I said, we're not exactly weaving, but we might just use that terminology just because it's a good vocabulary to have, right? All right, so my trees are never perfectly symmetrical, and that is okay. But I like to start by doing the trunk, like so, cutting up vertically, and then I'm going to come in from the sides, horizontally. And that'll create the base for our first tier of branches. And I'm just going to do 2 of those, but as always, friends, I'm just trying to guide you through the process. However you manipulate that process to create a product that is unique to you, it's totally cool. And any innovation is always welcome, always exciting. So from here, I'm going to cut up almost at about a 45-degree angle towards the middle here. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'll give that one more cut, should be nice. Cool. Maybe even one more if we're being completely honest here. Or no, this is good. Okay. Thank you, friends, as always, for bearing with me. All right, we'll do the same thing from this side. Cool. Now, once we have these 2 cuts, I'm going to do kind of what we did from here earlier and cut horizontally right into this, but we're going to end up cutting off this little edge just so it holds that same sort of shape of a Christmas tree where the branches kind of their horizontal is reduced. They're a little bit smaller as we go up. All right, so here, I'll cut into this. Cool. Get that out of there. The same thing over here. Cool. All right, and now that we're here, once more. See, I already like the shape of my first tree better than this one, but that's all right. Still worked for the cause. We'll come up here. And then we'll do the same thing from this side. Cool. And voila, base of a tree. So in order to create this, to make it like a loom-like structure, we'll remember that similarly to this in past loom activities we've done, we just have to cut some slits into the side and make sure that we keep it symmetrical with the other side as close as we can, so that we can then go horizontally, kind of like lace our way through this. We'll say that since we're not technically weaving, we're lacing. We'll keep that there. And for this, you want to make sure that we're not cutting all the way across. You just want to go about a 1/2 inch, all right? And I'll probably do one whole side first, and then we'll do the other side. Just got that. Just making these nice cuts here. Like such. All right, cool. So once we have our first side done, we can actually just flip it. We'll see we have some of these extra hairs hanging off that we can snip right off, and then we'll do the same thing. We'll cut little 1/2 inch indents in going in on this side. And we're keeping it symmetrical. Clip these off first. Just kind of bend them up, and we'll see if we can kind of clip them all at once, you know? Should be cool. Cool, so boop. Peace out. Do the same thing over here. Cool, that should work. Ooh. Ooh, be careful, friends, because I actually made a little snip there that I didn't want to make, but that's okay, because we'll just do it from this side whenever we get to the lacing part, as it were. All right. So now, like I said, we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to match up our cuts, our snips. Cool. I like to close one eye while I do this to kind of make sure I'm cutting them as close as possible to be symmetrical with one another. As always, you know, whatever technique works for you. I am left-eyed. I don't know if you all know that, but much like your hand, you have a dominant eye as well, which is interesting. Right-handed, but left-eyed. Let's do that. Nice little snip in there. Very cool. Come up here. Great. So that's where we want to be for right now. Now next we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our yarn. Our kids will have, I think just to be safe, I'm going to go 2 full arm lengths here. And that should be more than enough. Now, what we're going to do, friends, similarly to if you've ever seen like a classic Christmas movie where they kind of string popcorn using a needle, we're not going to use a needle, but this is a similar kind of thing where as we are lacing our tree, we're going to go ahead and apply a few ornaments at a time. I probably won't do any to the bottom for my trunk, but once we get up here, we'll start kind of doing them in rows. And this is where you get to be a little bit, you know, creative and decide what all you want to do for this. But to start, I'm just going to come in here at the bottom, do my first one like that. And I'm just going to wrap this right around. You can tie this or wrap this. Tying it's probably better for longevity. So maybe I'll just do a quick little knot here at the back. Just something small. Oh boy. My dexterity is not as sharp as I would like it to be today, friends, but that is okay. Oh, and I'm also noticing now while we're on the back that I do have a couple more snips that I can make from the back here. So you all be welcome to do so. I might not just for the sake of time, since this is just a little demo here. All right, great. So now once we're hooked in here, we're going to come in front, go through this little slot, in front, come through the little slot, back in front, come all the way, well, come up here. Do I like that better? Now let's do this. come over to this side. All right. And so this is the first one I'm going to want to put some beads on. So we have a super long piece of yarn, of course, obviously. Wow. I think already this is way too long. So I think I'm going to cut it, make it a little bit shorter just so it's easier to work with. So, and hey, that's okay, friends. We'd rather be able to cut it off than have to run short, you know? So hopefully we don't run into that problem here in another 3 minutes. But we'll see. All right. So we'll do this. Do the little method of, you know, making it a little bit easier to pull some through. So I'm going to do, I think I'll do 5 ornaments for this bottom rung. There's 2, 3. And of course, the licking the yarn technique is a classic way to make it work. You could also, you know, figure out, you could add a little tape there at the end to make this process easier. Which I would probably recommend figuring out something because the frayed ends here can be difficult to work with after a while. Cool. So once we have our 5 on, we'll pull this all the way down. And then we'll continue our process of coming across, right? Because look, now we have this cool, fun ornament spread out along the bottom rung. Pretty sweet, right? All right. Now we're gonna come around again. And if you want, you can totally add ornaments to every single line across we do. I'm doing every other just because it spreads them out a little bit, and I think it's easier to see the whole project that way. But again, it's your project, whatever you think. All right, come up here. And this time I think I'll do maybe 4. 4 beads across. Maybe try to get some of these different ones in there. Mix it up a little bit, you know. All the beads we have here, you know, there's a lot of consistency in the various shapes, but there's also some different ones. So it's fun to kind of play around with what we got. All right, cool. We got these ones on here, like such. So we're going to come around again, spread them out, doing their thing, looking cool. All right, we'll come back up here, do that. Now this one is pretty small, so I think I'll just do 2 for that layer. Then maybe go back to 3. And I might have to grab more beads from the box. We'll just see how this plays out, friends. All right. Cool. So now those are on there. Spread out. Boo boo. These ones really want to stick together, huh? Cool. All right. I'm going to come up here. And for these last 2, we're going to put some on both. So I think I'll do 3 for this. And then let's try to see if we can get in this one. And then our last one, we're going to put this to kind of mimic a star. I don't know if you can see it. A shiny sun star. But what is the sun except another star, right, friends? So all works out. All right. See if we can get this through. Does it want to work? Cut it off a little bit here. Little snip. Using our advanced techniques here. All right. Put does want to go through this time, I might just pick one of the ones with a bigger. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. So, okay, cool idea, but awesome. There's that. Let's get 2 more on here. Brilliant, love it. Last one. Oh, come on, don't be difficult. Get that on there. Ah, just work. All right. What can I say, friends? So it seems like taping the end of this would be a really great way to not go through this trouble. But also, hey, we have time. People are at home. Through. Cool. Sweet. All right. Oh no. All right. Cool. Almost got mixed up there. All right. And then for our last one here, like I said, we're gonna just put this through. So this will be another little challenging one, but pull this out again. Make our way through here. All right. Let's see. We're gonna get this through, friends. I'm feeling confident. All right. Ooh, got a little bunched up. Ooh, kind of got a lot bunched up. All right, let's give that one more try. And we can see actually that we're gonna have a lot of extra yarn here, so I'll just cut this off. And let's see how we do here. Oh man, I am just not sure that we're gonna be able to get this through, friends. I was able to get it through the last one. These ones are being tricky. Trying to think if there's a cool, fun trick we could do. Not seeing anything that would help me poke this through. So we will try again. And then if we can't, I might just pick a different bead that I like that works just as well. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. All right, let's see what else we have here, friends. How about, oh wow, see if this will work. An actual star, how about that? I think that'll work. All right, how about that? See, ask and you shall receive, friends. All right, very cool. So once we have our tree completed, decorated with ornaments, ready to rock, we just have to loop this through a couple times to make sure it's how we want it. And then we'll just tie the back and it'll be ready to go for any sort of holiday hanging needs, whether it be in your room, in your house. And this is a fun activity you could replicate with any kind of symbol, for the holidays. Just went with the tree because of the natural tie-in with the ornaments, of course. Kind of fun. But yeah, friends, we'll just loop this up. Little loop-de-loop and pull. And voila, we're ready to go. So thank you, friends. As always, we'll have some kits outside available at the MCL. This is another one that you might have stuff around home that you can replicate it with. So enjoy, have fun, and looking forward to seeing you next week. Take care.